Right now, Hartford police are investigating a pair of deadly shootings that happened last night. In one of them, a woman was shot dead in her kitchen while she was cooking dinner.
Fox 61's Lauren Zenzi has the latest details for us. She's live in Hartford. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning to you both. Just a tragic end to the day yesterday. 2 homicides happened just about 15 minutes apart. And we just learned this morning, just a few minutes ago, that the second shooting that happened on Kent Street was in fact now deemed a homicide. One of the victims has died. I'm joined this morning by Lieutenant Boisvert here with the Hartford Police Department. Can you tell us more about the Kent Street incident and what exactly happened?
Well, without getting into too many details, like you just said, unfortunately, about an hour ago, our second victim, identified as Trey Leak Ward, 22 years old, East Hartford resident, was pronounced deceased. So, I mean, obviously it's an active investigation. The detectives have been here all night following up on leads. I feel optimistic about the turn of this investigation. Again, we have a tip line, still an open investigation. 860-722-TIPS. If anybody has any information they'd like to share with us, we can take those anonymously.
And in terms of typical investigating, when people, especially because these incidents happened in broad daylight, what kind of evidence do you collect from not only the home and the area, but also witnesses as well?
Well, we take statements. Obviously, that's how all these investigations begin, usually is on the street. So we'll be checking for cameras, which the city is pretty well covered. Both city cameras and private cameras. We always try to locate witnesses. It's a busy city. We hope that somebody saw something, and that's how we begin these investigations. So the detectives, like I said, they've been here all night. They are very good at what they do. They're very good at solving these cases, and they're just it's what they do.
And it's just tragic to hear about any shooting, any homicide, but especially the one that happened on Sisson Avenue yesterday with 56-year-old Sylvia Cardova. She was shot and killed inside of her house while she was cooking dinner. How devastating is that?
It's absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. This is a truly innocent, unintended victim, just minding her own business in the comfort of her own home, and it's heartbreaking.
And it has been determined as of right now that these two incidents are in fact unrelated.
I can confidently say that they are not related.
And when this drive-by happened at 56-year-old Sylvia Cardova's home, there was a rifle used. It wasn't even a handgun. These people were driving around with a rifle in their car.
Correct.
Is this something that you have been seeing more? I mean, that's pretty terrifying to think of.
It's very terrifying. I mean, can you imagine it? Midday, and you're in your neighborhood and you hear rifle rounds going off. Yeah, it's terrifying.
This woman, she was just cooking in her home. She is a mother, we now know. It is just so sad to hear about this. Now, I want to talk specifically about the investigations and how in-depth they truly are. I don't think people realize the depths of what investigators have to sift through and go through and what they have to do to make an arrest in such a serious incident like a homicide.
Correct. There's all kinds of things they do. From evidence collection to evidence processing, lab work, getting people in the box and talking to people, witness statements. I mean, it really is. It's a humbling experience to watch these guys work. And
you've been seeing them go all night long. These investigators, Lieutenant Boisvert, they have not left since yesterday. What is the morale like? What is the experience like watching them really do this work and watching the evidence unfold?
They don't slow down. They do not slow down. They're on it. They put themselves last, and they put these victims first, and they go to it. They don't quit.
Lieutenant Boisvert, I really thank you for your time. I know that you have a lot of work to do, and unfortunately, like you said, these investigators, they're bloodhounds. They don't sleep. You guys are just going to keep working. So, of course, we'll bring you any new information as it becomes available. We'll be hearing from Lieutenant Boisvert throughout the day with any updates. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app. We're live in Hartford this morning. Lauren Zenzi, Fox 61 News.